We can all agree, having to take a drug test can be a bad thing. When you've been given little notice, figuring out how to get weed out of your system fast becomes a crucial question, and aimlessly searching the web for the best remedy becomes your new full-time job. Since this is a question that plagues so many of you, we've decided to do the work for you and compile the best advice based on expert opinions. Let's begin with a little biology so that you fully understand the way the body stores and processes toxins and for how long. Metabolism. It's the chemical transformation or breakdown of a substance from one form to another. Metabolites are the different substances produced during this metabolic process. They are chemically altered derivatives of the initial substance. THC metabolites, which there are approximately 80, are the specific byproducts of THC metabolism. These are what are excreted from our bodies and what drug testing facilities detect in various fluids such as blood, urine, and saliva. How long weed stays in your system, commonly referred to as the detectable period, is dependent on the potency of the THC, how much and how often it has been consumed, individual metabolic differences, and the sensitivity of the test being performed. Body physiology and day-to-day activity levels play a significant role in the rate at which the drug is metabolized and excreted, as metabolites are stored in fat. An individual who has a higher body fat ratio and is not very physically active will usually retain the metabolites for a longer period of time than someone who is thinner and physically active. Keeping this in mind, a rough guide is that for the first-time user, it can stay in your urine for 3 to 7 days. Someone who uses 2 to 4 times per month, 11 to 20 days, 2 to 4 times a week, 23 to 32 days, 5 to 6 times per week, 33 to 48 days, and for the daily user, it can stay in your urine for up to 49 to 102 days. When it comes to at-home methods of how to get weed out of your system fast, the internet is saturated with story after story. The most common of these myths are the use of vinegar, niacin, or cranberry juice. Here we aim to differentiate myth from fact. First up, vinegar. Of the at-home cleansing methods, consuming vinegar is often one of the most talked about. But can vinegar really clean your system of marijuana, and quickly? Experts agree that vinegar does aid in digestion and detoxification. However, these benefits occur over an extended period of time. So the short answer is no, not in the little amount of time you have. While vinegar is not an effective means of getting weed out of your system fast, including it as a part of a longer-term cleansing routine may enhance the overall rate at which the toxins are expelled. The acidic characteristics of vinegar affects metabolism, resulting in an increased ability to break down foods, and includes the purification process of fats that occurs in the kidneys and the liver. Niacin, commonly known as vitamin B3, helps the body to maintain a healthy metabolism and also help the body use fats and protein. Because metabolism is one of the key factors in processing THC, the myth that using large amounts of niacin to metabolize THC was born. But can niacin actually be used to get weed out of your system fast? The answer is no. While one could certainly argue that well-balanced long-term use of the vitamin would aid, but only slightly, in the metabolic process, it is not a cure-all for short-term use. Furthermore, exceeding the recommended daily dosage of niacin can cause irreversible liver damage. In short, dosing up on niacin in the short term to pass a drug test is a myth, and a dangerous one at that. Cranberry juice is acidic in nature, similar to vinegar, which is why arguments surrounding whether or not it works to clear THC are based on the same theories as those of vinegar, with the added argument that cranberries are also antioxidants. This is true, they are antioxidants, but not magical enough to get weed out of your system fast. However, adding cranberry juice to a long-term cleansing routine may help. Now that we've cleared these myths, let's talk about what actually works. First, lighten your toxin load. Any substance that acts as a toxin in the body is an obstacle that will only detract your ability to eliminate those toxins already present. Eliminate alcohol, coffee, cigarettes, refined sugars, saturated fats, and certainly stay clear of THC. In order to remove THC, we need to remove the fat that contains it. All of the methods listed here are an attempt to eliminate contaminated fat. Hydrating. Since water is the ultimate purification tool, it will enable your body to work optimally, helping to flush toxins and support liver function so that it can effectively metabolize body fat. Drink at least 10 8-ounce glasses of water per day. If you're exercising or live in warmer climates, you may have to increase the amount. Exercise. Since THC is stored in fat cells, exercising as much as possible will accelerate its release exponentially. Good types of fat-burning exercises are resistance training, and aerobic activities like hiking, running, and biking. Try to do at least 30 to 60 minutes a day. If you're unable to do any of these exercises, walking a few miles a day will help. Diet. As far in advance as possible, modify your diet. Stay away from refined sugars and carbohydrates like sweets, juices, white bread, white rice, and pasta. These are absorbed in the bloodstream very quickly, raising insulin levels, which prevents your body from using stored fat as energy, whereas whole grains like brown rice, whole wheat, and low-carb vegetables absorb slowly to maintain healthy insulin levels, allowing your body to burn fat. But since you really want to burn fat fast, you're going to want to stick to low-carb vegetables. Each one of your meals should include a protein source, a fat source, and a low-carb vegetable. Many people believe that in order to lose fat, you need to reduce the amount you consume to a minimum. This is not true. Cutting fats completely out of your diet will cause your body to retain the fat as a safety mechanism, preventing the THC metabolites from being released. The key is to stay away from saturated fats and instead incorporate good fats, which are polyunsaturated and monounsaturated fats like olive oil, avocados, nuts, and fatty fish, to name a few. When choosing protein sources, you want to pick ones low in saturated fat like lean beef, chicken, shrimp, eggs, and fish. Low-carb vegetables. There's plenty to choose from, but some of the best kinds are spinach, kale, broccoli, collard greens, and asparagus. By doing these three things, hydrating, exercising, and modifying your diet, you can speed the release of THC out of your system by up to 70%. Not everyone has the time or ability to incorporate the lifestyle changes necessary to expedite the removal of THC. For those who fall into this category, there are alternatives. MDT Solutions offers products that help accelerate the removal of THC. Their same-day cleansers remove all metabolites from blood and urine, are effective after just 1 hour, and last for up to 5. They also offer a permanent cleanser that permanently removes all THC metabolites from your body in only 5 days. For more information, click the link in the description below, or you can visit mdtsolutionsdirect.com. If you found this advice helpful, click like to help spread the information to others.